Hello everyone, MJ1990 here, and welcome back to Fire Emblem Thracia 776. Today we're doing Chapter 6, and this is actually a post-production commentary because I didn't want to do live commentary for this one. The reason why is because if I did, I probably wouldn't play so well, and for this specific chapter, I did something super insane. Let us press the play button. Click. And we venture off into the thingy going on. The escape! Chapter 6. Okay, so Leaf's group of merry men are outside the castle. August shows up. Apparently he wasn't with us. I do remember he left before we got captured, so I guess, like, stuff. I don't know. But either way, he's telling Leaf, like, oh, looks like you escaped without me needing to save you guys. Alright. And Leaf's like, ugh! Riedrick! And the whole Lopto Empire took away my parents! And Avel, who is my foster parent. And August is like, dude, you have to get a hold of yourself. You have to lead Thracia to unification. You have the right because you lost so much to the Thracian and Lopto Empire. Which I think is kind of odd reasoning, but alright. We're gonna take this 15-year-old, have him lead a huge army of misfits, and frickin', you know, unite an entire continent. Oh yeah, and right here he's talking about the Lopto mages and how, like, the children that are being brought to the Lopto churches are, well, to the prisons, are basically taken from their parents by the Lopto sect. And, like, anybody who resists is immediately executed or brought to a concentration camp. This is some serious shit here. This is like friggin' World War II. I swear to God. Friggin' Manfroy, who's like the leader of the Lopto sect, by the way, he's basically the equivalent of Adolf Hitler. It's like, this is a rated E game. What the hell? We have Hitler? And it's like, what the... I'm just being redundant, but holy shit! This game is asking a lot for our child minds to bear. Oh yeah, and Karen shows up like, oh, if you want help getting past this village without detection, I can carry you over the walls and stuff. Which is actually the proper way to do the chapter. You gotta carry each unit over the walls. Either that or open the doors and just rush through it all. However, I'm not doing any of that. We're going to be doing something far more insane. You see that whole group of armors, mages, and bishops? Yeah, we're going to take them on. I placed Leaf in that exact tile right there so that he would draw out one of those armors and have it attack him, and only one of the bishops would use its meteor spell on him. The reason why I'm having him bait one of the armors out is because the, like, huge group of enemies won't normally chase you until after they've noticed you a few turns later. However, doing it this way is a lot faster and necessary for what I'm going to be doing for this chapter. Lara and LaFeez don't get to do shit, and Brighton, despite the fact that he finally gets to use his axes because he can ride his horse now, which apparently gives him the ability to use axes. He's not going to be very useful either because Brighton just... he really is not good for this chapter. Karen is going to have a very specific purpose for this chapter. We'll get into that later. For the most part, we're going to be using Leaf, Fergus, Asvel, and Nana to be destroying the enemies. The others are just gonna sort of sit around and do nothing, and occasionally be a help, or be served as fodder. Right now we got the meteor dude throwing some asteroids at us. I love how Leaf just freaking sidesteps that huge explosion and it doesn't even hit him. It's like a freaking, like, Looney Tunes cartoon where, like, a huge explosion occurs and destroys everything around the character, but the character's, like, left completely unscathed. In any case, we got frickin' Fergus doing his usual rapier ass raping. He's always good at that. Fergus is good at everything. He's basically the Othin for, you know, the evening. Oh, and he gets to move again. Could have totally used that to wipe out another unit, but I didn't know what to do. Anyway, I'm gonna put Leaf, like, over here, apparently. Oh, yeah, that's right. What I do here is since I already had one of the enemies attack, that means that the whole clusterfuck of enemies is gonna start chasing us now. So what we do is what I do is I place all my units over here so that they're out of the range of the... to basically lure this huge unit group to them. Take note that the bishops don't move, so... that's basically why I'm having these enemies be lured over here so that I'm out of their range. And once they get over here, we're gonna just frickin' guerrilla rush them like crazy. Oh yeah, and Karen's gonna go over to that supply depot to deposit all of her crap. We end our turn. Oh man, cutscene! And for some reason Safi shows up even though she's nowhere on the map. However, we do see Marita, which you just saw get teleported. And who is this dude who just teleported himself and Marita away? We don't know! Oh my god, there's Galzus again. He's like, never thought I'd see you again. I wonder who he's talking about. Nobody knows. Also, in the top left, you'll see that Riedrich is over there, like, sort of overseeing the battle, which is kind of cool. It's like he's omnipresent. However, for some reason, he has a healer near him, even though the healer does absolutely nothing the entire chapter. Alright, Fergus, whip up some good rapier ass kicking. Yeah, I think I already said that. That's how you do it, Fergus. You just friggin' like frickin' Kenshiro from Hakuto no Ken, also known as Fist of the North Star in American language thingy. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mount Brighton. Yeah, that didn't sound right. Oh yeah, Makua actually gets to do something here, and I think this is like one of the few things she actually does in the chapter. Excuse me. Oy. I had a hiccup for a moment. Anyway, I sort of make a mistake here. Oh wait, I'm not sure if this is where it happens, but basically I'm gonna just friggin' slam this guy up the wall with Leaf. Leaf has become a friggin' godsend. Probably because he's so over-leveled, but either way, it works for me because he's really good at dodging. There we go, move again. And then I sort of just panickingly attack the first enemy that just shows up. Even though I intended to attack the mage. That was the mistake I was talking about before. Sadly, I don't do enough damage to take out this armor, which kind of goes against my strategy. And thankfully, on the enemy phase, I lucked the hell out. But I really didn't mean to do that, but I sort of, like, panicked for no reason. So I have Nana take care of this dude instead. She's gonna frickin' eat away their health. Oh, look into the red lights! Green light, 1, 2, 3! And now for the overly long spell animation to end and for them to die. That took way too long for me to say. And then we move her somewhere else. Oh my god, she's moving. She is the mover. And then for a while, I think what I do is I debate on whether I want to attack that mage with another dude. And then I decide against it because I don't think any of my units would be able to survive the onslaught that comes at them afterward. So for the most part, I just place most of my units in the trees. Oh yeah, and I'm like, I want to see if Lafiz can take that Elfire. Unfortunately, he cannot. And I don't know where I place Dashin, actually. Oh, wait, that's right, I rescue her. And then I swap and drop her somewhere. Oh, I guess not. Oh, yeah! Now I remember what happens. Alright, here I'm depositing all of our crap. You'll see why. Oh, man, you will so see why. Dashin has a moment of awesome here, where he basically just survives this entire onslaught of enemies coming after him, even though he totally should have gotten his ass kicked. See, I think he gets doubled a few times because he has somebody in his possession, and that really lowers his speed. Oh, man. Yeah, I think this is the one that hits him. Oh, wait, no. He gets doubled, and then the second hit hits him. Yeah. Oy, that is one fast armor dude. Sheesh. There's a lot of surprisingly fast armor dudes in this game. Mainly due to the randomization of the stats. Enemies can either be super weak or super retarded. Okay, what's going on here? Oh yeah, I get kind of annoyed that this enemy has like 1 hit percent. I have yet to get it below 1. I've never had it reach 0% hit. And it makes me wonder why. Oh yeah, this is where he gets doubled and he dodges that one. And then 2 mages attack him after that. And he dodges both of their L fires like this. Whoa, dodge, oh yeah. I'm on fire, no pun intended. And then the next one, whoa, oh shit, we got another L fire. Well, guess what? I'm just gonna dance around this flame. Oh yeah, I'm dashing. Hear me roar. Bakak! And then I freaking panic, and I'm like, holy shit, Dashin, you just dodged a bullet there. I'm gonna freaking heal your sorry ass, and you deserve a biscuit. And I don't know what else happens here, but for the most part, I have Asvel take care of as many armors as humanely possible. And I do have to use the Graph Caliber a few times for this to work. Because he, with the thunder and fire spells, he just can't do enough damage to take him out. And I need guarantees in order for the strategy to work. Yay, defense. He actually got defense. And then I take a moment to think. Oh man. Doing post-production commentary is kind of weird. Because it's like, I remember all the things that I did. But now I am sort of talking about what I did before. Oh yeah, and here I'm like, oh, he's gonna hit him twice, but he doesn't. What? And then I realize, I guess that's what happens when he breaks his weapon before the second hit. He just only attacks once. Oh yeah, Nana's gonna freaking drain some massive healths here. Slam dunk! That guy got his health eaten by a freaking sword. How does he feel about that? We'll never know, because he's dead. And we get a level up. Oh man. Oh man, that was a great level up, Nana. I'm just blushing at how amazing that was. Whoa! Oh yeah, this is like the one time where Brighton actually tries to be useful. Oh wait, I'm not nope, okay. Maybe not. See, I don't remember everything that happened. Except this. I'm like, alright, these two need to stay the fuck out of the way, because they are very weak. And then I'm like, Laura, why'd you get a frickin' music note above your head? We're not here to sing. We're here to kill and massacre some enemies. Not sing happy songs about how you were abandoned by a thief dude. Oh man, totally not dramatic irony I just said there. I mean, foreshadowing. I get those two mixed up a lot. But don't worry, we're fine the way we are. Nana, she's a very good unit. She's not very good at fighting up close, though, as you just saw. And she can't use magic, even though magic is her strongest stat. She can use staves, though, so I guess that kind of counts as magic. And as you saw, Brighton just freaking failed out the ass there. He doesn't, I don't remember him doing anything useful during this chapter. He just sort of gets in the way. Oh man, dance around that flame? Yeah! He at least did that. But he doesn't do it with quite as much style as Dashin did. Dashin is the Lord of Dance. And this guy tries to heal him, but he succeeds! But it doesn't really matter because he's gonna get killed anyway. Alright, I believe this is the turn where I managed to destroy these two units here, and I'm like, yeah! We're doing something. And then, oh, dang it. Frickin' miss. Typical. Typical frickin' Asvel. Missing with lightning. Just what I needed for my bacon lot. And who the hell is talking to me on Skype? Oh. Okay. Oh, back to action. Fergus just killed somebody and I didn't see. Shit. Da, 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 da! I'll have to use that one moment of level up as a reference for when I sync up this audio. Hooray. Okay, so I think I'm running out of things to say, so let's just go off on a different subject entirely. I think I gave Leaf, like, the Kiesel and SETI scrolls at the beginning of this. That was because I was expecting him to... expecting him to get most of the kills, but because my strategy changed, I didn't quite do that. And I don't even think he gets any good level ups after that either. Like, in one of my failed attempts, he had the Hazel and SETI scroll equipped, and he didn't get a single stat in one of his level ups. And I was like, aw, really? Sure, just spit in my freaking face! I put so much effort into handing those pieces of paper to Leaf, and you just decide, no, we're not going to give you any stats when you level up. You're just going to have to deal with a mediocre Leaf! And I shall use this weird voice somehow. And use improper accenting on the wrong words. Okay, so I guess it's the next turn where I decide to rush forward. So now we've destroyed the enemies, and now we're going to take on this boss dude. I don't know his name, but, like, he's your generic, oh man, I have a nifty hairdo guy. What is it, Dylan? Okay, cake. I'll take some cake later. Okay, anyway, back to this. This is very suspenseful, because now I have to not only beat the boss, but I have to worry about those bishops there. One moment, guys. And we're back, okay. Okay, so as I was saying before, we're gonna take on this boss. And I'm gonna frickin' turn down the volume of this thingy, because it's too loud. Anyway, so yeah, the boss and the bishops. Once I beat the boss, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly as possible capture those bishops so that not only do I get free meteor scrolls, but I also get physics staffs, which I can have Nana use to heal dudes from a distance. And plus I think those meteor scrolls actually sell for a lot of money in the market, so that's a double yes. By pure luck, Leaf manages to sidestep both of those freaking meteor shots and survive the boss, which, well, that's not much of an accomplishment considering the boss isn't that hard in the first place. But either way, if he got hit with one of those meteors, it would have been disastrous. And here comes the boss. Here comes the boss, he's evil and he wants your face to die, and you use that LSD sword. It is really... Aw. Damn it. Every single time I try to sing, it is ruined by a humble man named... Truman. Truman. That is his name. Truman. Well, we just killed a guy who's the star of one of the best movies ever, so, you know, congratulations to us. Wow, 2 defense. Shit, Asvel, you were getting thingies up the ass. And he got some wind magic up, even though he doesn't really need it because the Graph Caliber is like freaking rape. Oh yeah, I have Fergus use the Slim Sword because it doesn't weigh him down, and thus makes it easier for him to avoid getting meteored in the face. And, one moment. Wait for me to get to Leaf. Leaf is going to do something really odd. Walks up to the dude and captures a freaking bishop. Leaf has officially made his first capture throughout the entire playthrough. And it was on a bishop. A bishop that would have assumably been taller than him, or something along the lines of that, considering it's a pre-promoted unit, which makes me go all sorts of what the hell. Oh man, Brighton dodged the thingy. It was great. Okay. I'm gonna keep quiet, because This is the part of the video where absolutely nothing happens except for item management. Oh man, look at that item management. It sure is amazing. I take a meteor tome, give it to Karen, and then I take the physics staff, and then I give it to Karen, and then I end my turn by releasing the dude, and then I end it, and then I go over to the right, and it is all sorts of amazing. Okay, this is nothing special right here. Okay, so once I'm moving frickin' Lara and Lafiz up here for no real reason other than I wanted to. On my next turn, what I do is I drop that bishop and I prepare for some ambush reinforcements because I had to practice the living shit out of this chapter in order for my goal to work. Now, I think I said earlier that my goal was to defeat that huge group of enemy units. Yeah, I lied. The real goal I have for this chapter is something far more ambitious. That was nothing. What you just saw was frickin' nothing compared to the hell that's going to happen within the next few turns. I'm not going to spoil it because, you know, despite the fact that I've spoiled several other things in this playthrough, I don't want to spoil this because it's special to me. It makes me feel special and warm and fuzzy on the inside because I am a warm and fuzzy person. Now, watch as I go kill a baby otter with my bare hands. Yeah, that was a terrible joke. Anyway, now this is a part where we get to do the best part of the chapter. Waiting! Oh man, look at those soldiers. They sure are walking and patrolling. I'm like, let's see. Let's fulfill my OCD and just place them all perfectly in that little pattern there. And watch those soldiers move. And then, I'm like, end the turn. Up, there we go, ambush reinforcements. There is no way for you to tell that was gonna happen. However, I'm willing to forgive that because, again, this isn't what you're supposed to do for the chapter. You're supposed to get the hell out of it as quickly as possible. So I'm willing to forgive these reinforcements, and I don't really... I should probably specify on the meaning of ambush reinforcements.
It's when reinforcements spawn before the enemy turn, and their spawn location and their, like, they have a completely either unjustified spawn location, or you were given absolutely no clue to expect it. I consider, like, forts to be a subtle enough clue that there might be ambush reinforcements, but it's more something that I think should be, like, taught to the player that this might happen, instead of... never mind. Either way, I don't consider these Cavaliers to be ambush reinforcements, because you're not really supposed to stay up here for long anyway. But since I am such a beast, I chose to defy all logic and odds. And zap this guy! Okay. Not much happens during this little part. It's really just me being the hell out of the Cavaliers. They're really nothing special. I think all of them just have long weapons, like long lances and long swords. I'm not sure if they deal extra damage to horses. Oh wait, that's right. MJ1990 actually informed me that long weapons don't actually deal extra damage to Cavaliers like they do in Fire Emblem 7. But yeah. Yeah. Okay, Dashin, show him your dance. That was not a dance. Well, that was a dance. Good. It works. Oh yeah, for some reason, this Cavalier decides that he wants to live for slightly longer than everybody else. So he freaking dodges the first hit. And I'm like, God damn it, this guy's stalling me. If I don't kill this guy in time, it could mean trouble. And as I said, you're going to find out what exactly I'm building up to in just a few turns. Okay, and then I end my turn. Okay. The other Cavaliers just decide that they're gonna come up to us. Oh yeah, and then Makua has a moment of awesome, followed by a moment of average. Yeah, there really isn't that much to say here. It's just the enemies are showing up. Oh, you hear that music? That means the next turn, the thing I've been waiting for is gonna happen. Oh man, people who have played this game before are totally in the know of what's gonna happen here, unless you didn't stay in the chapter that long, which, knowing most people, they probably left the chapter as soon as possible because it's kind of boring. Okay, so I do that, and he's like, oh shit, I get to move again, and I totally take advantage of the situation by killing this dude over here. I got really lucky with that, because I was actually kind of worried that these Cavaliers would actually kill one of my units, but once Fergus got that moment of luck, I was like, yeah, I think should be fine now, and he got speed and strength. All the necessary stats to taste the rainbow with. And then I proceed to narrate my next action. Nana holds up the rune sword, and proceeds to make a red flashing light approach the enemy, and it goes to her, and the enemy somehow loses their health, and Nana does not get any health, and the enemy faints. This is totally not filler commentary, but, oh man. I just noticed the video is not fully synced up, but whatever, okay. Yeah, this is the part of the video where it's like nothing's going on and I have nothing to say. So just bear with that for now. I think Lord Leaf gets a... No. Okay, I thought he was going to get a critical there, but instead he slashes his fire sword like a freaking clumsy dildo man. I don't remember what happened next, but I basically used Leaf and Fergus to basically block the Cavalier so that they wouldn't be able to surround some of my weaker units. Oh yeah, and I quickly saved Leaf by doing this little swap and drop method here, because I acknowledge that he's low in health, and he might get killed by those two guys.
Up! Here it comes! Oh, look at that. It's Galzus again. That dude we saw in Chapter 5, and much earlier in this chapter. And he's like, you guys are getting your ass kicked? Fine, I'll go take care of them myself. And frickin' Riedrich just teleports him over there. Yeah! Remember Galzus? That guy who had all those crazy high stats and had both the skills of the hero class and the swordmaster class, therefore effectively making him a hybrid of the hero and swordmaster class? Yeah, he's back. And he's gonna kick some ass. Just like, unlike before where he had a slim sword, this time he has the best sword in the game, the Master Sword. And basically, Master Weapons allow the... they're basically like Brave Weapons, except stronger, but not as accurate. And you need an A rank to use them. And I think here I show it off. He's got freaking 5 movement stars, which means there's a 25% chance that he's gonna move again on his turn and attack one of my units when I least want it to happen. So, approaching him on this is extremely luck-based. But you're going to see my strategy for handling him. And yes, I am going to capture him. As crazy as that sounds, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I freaking disarmed Karen for a reason. She's going to be used as the bait for this maneuver. And here I'm just freaking scrolling through my character, seeing which dudes can take the stuff off her. And then I'm like, okay, the physics staff can stay because I have no one else who can take it. And since I'm going to capture the dude anyway, it doesn't really matter because I'm going to get it back. And here is the moment of truth. I count how many steps he can go. He can walk 7 spaces, by the way. I haven't memorized. Once I end my... yeah, for some reason here, I decided it was a good idea to move Lafiz and Lara, even though that's a terrible idea, considering what could possibly go wrong here. Alright, so he takes Karen, and here is where I unleash hell on Galzus. I start with Asvel and shoot the frickin' Graph Caliber at him, and pray it doesn't critical hit. Curse your fate for bringing you to face me. That is an epic line right there, because he is not bullshitting you. He is serious business. Alright, so thankfully Asvel did not get the critical, which means that Galzus doesn't die and frickin', like, all the weapons that he took from me and the Master Sword get taken away. There's a reason why you don't want to kill Galzus, by the way. I will explain that much later in the playthrough, though. Alright, so Nana and Asvel do their work. Now it's up to Leaf to use his light sword. And I think about using the fire sword for a moment, but then I'm like, no, the light sword is more accurate. And in hindsight, I probably should have used that fire sword because you're gonna see what happens right after this. He gets hit in the face. Yeah, now for the moment of truth. This is the part where I was freaking out. My hands were literally trembling because I knew that any possible mistake can make this go wrong. Fergus has to hit Galzus twice, and his accuracy is lowered because he's trying to capture him. He hits him once, he's left with 1 HP, and I'm like, fuck, I should have used that fire sword, but then Fergus successfully captures him. And I'm like, yes! Oh, man! And he gets billed. Fergus gets frickin' billed. And I snatch that Galzus motherfucker and retrieve my delicious Karen and that Master in Physics sword. Anyway, this is nearly the end of the video where I'm gonna actually start going back from post-production and actually do it live again. Because the rest of the chapter, nothing else really goes on, so I felt like there was no reason for me not to do it in non-post-production. But yeah, I just wanted to do this because I thought was really insane and cool to do, and I really felt bad for Chapter 5's lackluster commentary, so I hope you guys are happy with this, because it took several tries. Oh god. And here I make a smiley face. Alright, that's it everybody. Thank you for listening, and I'll be right back at you. Bye. Hey, we're back in live commentary! Alright, so since there aren't that many enemies to deal with and there's no other major hazards in this chapter, I'm gonna just visit the villages, show you guys what's in them, and do some item and shopping management stuffies, and then we're gonna end the chapter. Alright, so I'll be right with you. Be right back. Accidentally visited this house. This guy gives you stuff if you save his son Cliff in Chapter 3. Oh hey, a rapier, good. I actually ran out of my rapier when Fergus used it up. Anyway. Okay, I've positioned all of my units to be at doors. So let's visit them. The Magic Boy is your little brother's name? Alright, well, fine by me. Ooh, Elite Scroll. Okay, what the Elite Scroll does is that when you apply it to a character, it gives them the Elite skill, which doubles your experience. Alright, next dude. Oh, you had a sister named Lena, okay. Wait, is this referring to those dudes we saved? Oh yeah, the Odo Scroll, which is pretty cool. I wonder if these guys are referring to the characters we saved in Chapter 4X or in Chapter 3. I'm not sure I remember. Alright, visit this place. We are being talked to by an ominous voice, whose sister's name is Emily. Yes, another Knight's Proof to promote our characters with. I didn't really explain it all that well before, but when you promote a unit, they reset back to level 1, but they have better stats and shit. And sometimes they gain the ability to use new weapons and stuff, and it's really awesome. Though, if you are familiar with Fire Emblem, you probably already know this. Oh man, what's this? Why isn't Leaf in there? Should be talking to the dude. But yeah, we get a new unit called Hex. And this guy is basically Brighton, except better stat-wise and stat growth-wise, except he doesn't have the Wrath skill. And it's because of that alone that Brighton's considered a better unit. Kind of odd, eh? That the skills make the character rather than the stats, but you know what? That just goes to show you that you can't rely on the stats for everything. Sometimes a unit can be good just because of other resources they may provide. Anyway, that's all the houses. I'm going to do some quick shopping and some quick supply management, so I'll be right back. And I finished doing everything I needed to do. As you can see, I still have Galzus in my capture thingy, so, you know, just showing you that. Alright, nobody else is here, right? Yep, Leaf alone. Now let's watch the ending cutscene. Friedrich, Prince Leaf has escaped. Damn it! I will have that man destroyed if it's the last thing I do. Get Eisenhower to take care of this. We must make sure that Leaf never wins. And apparently Marita escaped. I am so not in the mentality. Oh my god, they mentioned Galzus. Huh. You know, you do realize that we took Galzus away and ran off with him, right? Right? Figures they wouldn't notice. You guys are dumbasses. You know that? What was I even saying before this? Ah, well. Either way. Don't worry about Galzus. He's already captured. And we can't afford to lose Galzus. Oh wait, he got captured? Shit. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope this makes up for Chapter 5. See, until then, Chapter 7 is coming up soon, and it's gonna be awesome.